Hey there, you wonderful peeps. Welcome to part 2 of How to Do Analog Horror by yours truly, Gamma with a Tama. And this is gonna be a long one. But before the video starts, I'd like to thank my really good friend Squilliam for making this sprite for me. I'll put the credits to their channel in the description. You can watch part 1 on my channel, it shouldn't be too hard to find. Let's get into the meat of it. Last video, I was pretty unclear with things, sorry. So firstly, do you people just forget that it's analog horror, not just a 90s haunted video game? That's in the creepypasta genre, please get that straight. Not trying to be rude towards any of the series, I personally really like them, it's just a common misconception. But now, let's really talk analog horror. It's dying. Not just because the genre is getting scarce, it's actually the opposite. It's getting oversaturated with literal slop. If you are an aspiring horror creator, please, I beg of you, don't just do it for the clicks. You're just making it worse by doing that. Analog horror is also a type of art, which means you have to put in actual effort. It's not so easy to make it as you think. So let me put it this way. Making analog horror slop is basically like making brain rot animations on the latest trend. Just because it's a CRT visual style doesn't mean it's good. Next up, the actual advice. You want to make good videos? I bet you do, so be original. You can take inspiration, of course, but don't just borderline copy another creator's work, which I think is obvious. For editing tips, just don't add glitches or loud noises to say, "Hey, that person's lying." That's dumb. But it's fine to use it, just not too often. Like a certain somebody who does that so often in every video they make. And it's just fucking pathetic. Make sure it's in a boxy-esque format. Obviously, you shouldn't make it too flashy. If you're making found footage, in which I recommend the viewers see a little bit of the POV character for live broadcast, make sure it's a solid color, uses a voice that could be in a broadcast, and make sure the information is enough. It can't be vague. You can lie about the information, make it incomplete. That makes it compelling when it's wrong. When you found something new for interviews, make sure that you have subtitles, because imagine yourself in universe of the interview replaying it as an officer or something. Wouldn't it be annoying if, I don't know, you couldn't tell what the characters were saying? But anyways, you can censor names, make sure the audio is decent, and if you need to add glitches, just do it. How to give information. Now, a lot of you may be thinking I should give information straight on, or I should be as vague as possible. For your sake, don't! You gotta leave crumbs of information, make sure the viewer thinks they know what's going on, and pull the rug under them with a good twist. Also, always make sure your viewer feels immersed. Give clues, foreshadowing, a false sense of knowledge. They think they've got it, but no, it's wrong, and it was so obvious too. Don't tell them anything that is a part of the mystery directly. Are you not trying to get a game theory on your video? Also, you've gotta know some cinematography if you're gonna be doing found footage. If you can't arrange your scene properly, it's just gonna look bad, and I get it. A lot of us start from somewhere, but if you're gonna post it, you've gotta know at least something about it. You don't have to be a master, but you've gotta know something. I'm not gonna show any, but you can watch some tutorials. By the way, a lot of people have short attention spans. And by short, I mean 2 seconds. Make sure your video is also visually engaging in a way. There should be something happening on the screen most of the time. Of course, suspense is important, but it's also important keeping the viewer watching. You gotta balance it, which can be hard for many. I'd recommend for found footage constant walking or camera movements. For broadcasts, I've got nothing, sorry. And for the last thing, yeah, I don't know, man. But I think that's it for the video. Thank you so much for watching, and credits.